Being a crypto expert is not the most popular thing, but it is a very rewarding experience. Today, we are joined by Simon Tadros, a crypto expert who has been in the industry for a long time, but he's also been persecuted because of it. He's joined us today to share his experiences with us and his opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Justin Najjar with Oz Arab Media, and I'd like to welcome you to the program today. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome our guest, Mr. Tadros. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you for the interview.
We're glad to have
Uh,
you.
yes, thanks a
Can
lot.
you start off by telling us a bit about how you got into the crypto industry?
Yeah, basically, I used to work in the development industry, doing mobile applications and websites, and I was looking I was looking for a solution for payment, especially in the Middle East, where it's hard to deal with banks most of the time during to regulations and during uh, yeah, the hardship of being in a third world country where your banks where you cannot have PayPal, you cannot have access to most of the payment solutions. We're looking for something to be easy to have like a way of payment. So yeah, I got interested in the cryptocurrency, and I started mining in Ukraine. Uh, Basically, I had a Bitcoin mining firm, and I started being in, started doing an OTC dealing in Lebanon to be able to give access for people to cryptocurrency, especially at the time it was Bitcoin, like in 2016. And I was interested in the concept of Bitcoin that gives the monetary freedom for the people, and the ability to have a real freedom, because you can send money at any time, and in seconds, and in low fees. At that time, I was this is what how I was introduced to cryptocurrency, and it was a great solution.
All right. I mentioned at the beginning that being a crypto expert at times is not always the most popular things. In fact, people have been persecuted for it. You yourself being one of them. So you did face legal troubles in Belgium. How did that come about?
Yeah, that was really so weird, because Bitcoin got famous because of the Silk Road of Bitcoin got its value from the dark market, the black market, and the people still think that cryptocurrency, people who deal in cryptocurrency are people who do illegal stuff, drugs, or anything else. So basically, my story is a bit different, because some company named Energy, at that time you have a lot of ICOs, a lot of currencies that are created daily, and people create new currencies that have most of the time that doesn't have any value, just so they can make more money. And this company was located in the United States, and wrote an article about me being a Discord scammer. I don't know. I didn't have any idea about it. I was just in the group, and maybe they saw my profile, and they wanted someone to put him in this position, because they were like establishing a department in their company that deals um, with hackers, they are hacker hunters or something like that. A defense energy defense department to to bust people, to bust hackers or scammers, so they look good for their clients. And they wrote this article about me, that I'm the biggest crypto scammer in the world. And a guy in Belgium believes this story, because he lost around 2,000 Dash coin. At the time, the price was $400,000. So he applied charges against me, and I was traveling to Ukraine. I landed in Ukraine, in Kiev, and Europol was waiting for me in the airport, and I got arrested for the stories that I don't have any idea how it was created. I was laughing when I read the article. I didn't even reply because you will see many articles every day, and I was seeing my name in this stage in many ICOs as CTO, as founder, as and if you want to track everyone, you will lose most most of your life to remove articles from the internet, because anyone can post anything. You can open your Facebook and say whatever you want. So most of the information are not true, and people are manipulated this way. And this time it was not people who were manipulated. The Europol and the Belgian authorities and the Belgian judge and the Belgian prosecutor were manipulated by this U.S. company that goes by the name of Energy, that actually is not a famous and it was a company registered somewhere in the Bahamas or probably in the Caribbeans. Some people who did start, some young people who has the startups that could manipulate anyone in the world, and they were able to manipulate the Belgian government. And I was a victim in this play. I lost a lot because of people's stupidity, actually, because of the illusion of knowledge. The Belgian government or the Belgian police so that have information about how cryptocurrency works, or they can investigate a case for a cryptocurrency, but this was not the case. They were they didn't have any information or any knowledge about how to deal with such cases. And I was the victim. I lost 2 years, 2.2 years from my life. I lost all my life savings, around $800,000, and I lost my dad, who died where I was when I was arrested. Yeah, thanks. And my mother had like a brain bleed, so everything was chaotic at this stage, because of their ignorance, actually, about how to deal with such cases.
Obviously, you lost a lot because of this 2-year
Yeah,
ordeal, but how did it, I guess, strengthen your passion for what you do? Did it strengthen it in a way?
yeah, I'm always excited about the cryptocurrency and about the freedom, actually, in general, just not but I think the the cryptocurrency world can create freedom, another level of freedom, because freedom change, or slavery change from being personal in the past, where you had people as slaves, and then now people are slaves to the banking system, because they have to get a loan to buy a house, and they will be a slave to this loan all their lives. They have to go to wake up in the morning every day, and they have to work to be able to pay this debt. The debt system is what controls this world, and especially it's controlled by big countries, and not just on the level of a personal level with their country, also the country with other country, like the state is the country who prints the dollar and control most of the planet with the oil money, or the dollar, or we can say it's the blood money, because this money is protected by a proof of force, the force of the army of the United States in the world. And the other way, you have Bitcoin, who is protected by by a proof of work, which is how much you work, how much you are able to achieve. You can get compensated with money that it is created by a proof of work. So this is the difference between the two systems. But now governments, especially now in Lebanon, they are here in Lebanon. When you buy cryptocurrency, or in Europe, let's say in Europe, you get it through the bank with the KYC. So basically, you didn't create anything new, because it is the same. The government still know what you have, what money you have, and they want to charge you for. to pay your taxes on your gains or on your loss with cryptocurrency. And so it defies the whole purpose. You don't have any monetary freedom because everything is recorded through KYC when you buy cryptocurrency. And now in Lebanon, the police forces um, are forcing the OTC dealers, people who sell over the counter, to have the ID and the address of each transaction, which also defies the whole purpose. But they say it's not for tax reason, it's for a security reason. It's for terrorism, the counter terrorism, or whatever it is. But in fact now you will have like a database for the addresses for all people that work with cryptocurrency or that has cryptocurrency, and in the future you can also tax them, you can also track them, you can also be able to know how much money they are spending, how much money they are making, how they are spending their money, where they are spending their money, and this also defies the whole purpose of cryptocurrency.
Yeah. You're now actively working against fraud and scams in the crypto ecosystem. We discussed briefly earlier stereotypes about crypto experts, that they're fraudsters, hackers, whatnot. In your experience, have you seen many of these alleged fraudsters and hackers, or is this mythical in your opinion?
Uh, no, it's not a mess. Hackers, and you can see every day a lot of scams happening with everyone. You have some bots scam, for example. People when send the cryptocurrency on TRC network, there is a lot of bots that will send you back some sand, so you can make a mistake and send them an amount of money. Um, there is a lot of attacks and the different type of attacks. There's a lot of where people can steal your seed and steal your money, or there's a lot of bots and viruses. They are built to steal only cryptocurrency, or for example ransomware. So the world and there is like social engineering skills where they convince you about a currency that it is a scam, or they convince you to, for example, there was like something called Binance Fund in Lebanon, where you give like $10,000, and every day they give you $1,000, let's say. And those scams at the end, they are a pyramid scheme, or and they exit at the end, and you lose your money. And people who entered late, before they exit, they lose all their savings. So people need to educate themselves about cryptocurrency. They need to educate themselves about how to use a wallet, what is the difference between a hot wallet and a cold wallet, and what is true, what is not true. They need to research. You cannot buy blindly in any crypto project, and everything that usually is too good to be true, it's a scam. There is many scams, maybe more than actual authentic project. And now
Really?
basically also there's a lot of people losing money without scam, but people that they say, for example, that I report account, for example, on Binance, that I reported, for example, for the Lebanese. I'm just saying this for the Lebanese. They are reported from Israeli people, and now Binance closed their account. They have hundreds of thousands of dollars that are stuck on Binance, because people, when they use like a centralized solution like Binance, they need to know also the risk of it, because they can close your account, they can freeze your fund at any time. And for example, sometimes they can freeze your fund and you cannot recover it, especially when you read you have to contact the Israeli police. And as you know, Lebanon and Israel are not on good
Yeah, we have
terms. So
relations.
Lebanese cannot contact. Yeah, so the Lebanese cannot contact the Israeli police, so they are losing also all their funds in the account.
All right.
So there is many risk in the cryptocurrency world. You need to be able to understand what you are doing and to research the right way how to deal with things.
That's, I think, an incredible educational lesson, not just for myself, but for all our viewers. Speaking personally myself and for my friends, we've never had issues like this in the crypto world, so I never really, you know, understood the scam side of things. I always thought it was a very, um, I guess you could say, overstated myth, rumors along those lines, but hearing how you described it, I never knew that was the extent of it. You mentioned also in your answer what people should look out for. So it was basically anything that's too good to be true. People should generally be wary or avoid it altogether.
Yeah, if it's good to be true, it's not gonna work because if so everyone can do this, can be rich. So is rich, so it's not true.
I think
This is
everybody
not
wants that.
not acceptable.
Um, how do you balance the need for regulation and ethos of decentralization in cryptocurrency, especially given your legal experiences?
Yeah, for me, I never believed. I believe that Bitcoin was regulated all my life. I believe that Bitcoin is regulated by mathematics, and fiat is regulated by central banks. So people need to trust their government or they need to trust mathematics. I don't think the regulation in the cryptocurrency world can be achieved with real laws. I think you need to achieve it with algorithm, with some robotics, with AI. This is how you can achieve regulation in the crypto world, because the regulation is the algorithm. Um, when you put the government, when you put a law for cryptocurrency, it doesn't have any purpose anymore. So we can go back to the old system. I don't think, this is my opinion. Yeah, a lot of people will not agree because maybe they need to, maybe they are born in the system, they are a part of the system, or they've been you know they've been infused in the system, and they will believe this. But for me, I don't think any regulation should be in the crypto world. The only regulation should be the algorithm, the mathematics. That's it. I don't think you can put regulation. If you put the regulation, it defies also the whole purpose, and you cannot. And it will become useless, and you can go back to the old system and use the fiat money, credit card, or the credit system or the banking system. I don't think it will be the cryptocurrency will be adding any value if you put regulation in it, if you put the law in it. The only law is is the mathematics, the algorithm, and everything behind it.
Yeah.
This is my
I
my
do
opinion.
your opinion. Well, it's very valued and respected, sir. I want to ask you to give a message to people who may be facing similar legal troubles that you faced, or any sort of legal trouble who are in the crypto world, and perhaps a message to people who are starting out in the crypto world as well.
Actually, yes, the best advice I got when I was in this situation is go to settlement in Europe, or in any law in the world. Law is really slow, and whatever the situation is, it will you will be irritated. You will be desperate because the law is slow, and this should be changed in the world. But for now, if anyone is in this situation, if he can do settlements, even if he is completely innocent, he should go for the settlement. He should go to end this situation, the last damage, because whatever you did, I lost 2 years in my life. If I won in the end, and I got my freedom and everything, but the 2 years are so expensive. No one in life, human life is the most expensive time for a human, is the most expensive thing in your life. So if you can go to settlement, go to settlement. You need to go with the law, and you need to be able to find evidence, to find evidence, to make yourself to prove your innocence, because in this situation, I don't know if because I was an Arab or a Lebanese person, or it is in general because they don't understand the technology. I had to prove myself innocent most of the time. um, so yeah, the world is cruel, and I think avoiding problem, being anonymous on the internet is the best thing you can do. It doesn't have avoiding social media, um, but usually our work was based on advertising, and you need to get clients, so you need to have social media. You need to expose a bit of your life to show people that if you are an entrepreneur, to convince them that you are a good entrepreneur, you had to post things on social media. But and to have some clients, you have to use social media for the marketing purpose. So basically, yes, if I was in the same place again, I would never use social media. I would be anonymous on the internet, and this will help many people to avoid a lot of problem in their life, because everything is recorded. Even your phone is tracked. Your life is not private. You cannot think. They need to think for you. The governments need to think for you. And the best thing to avoid the problem, because facing them will make you lose. Whatever you lose, you cannot make it up. The loss, what you lose is a huge loss, and sometimes you cannot recover from this loss.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen who are considering going into the crypto trade or who are currently facing legal challenges or harassment because of it, we have heard from someone who full well knows the experience of it. So I hope you please take that information to heart. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank our guest, Mr. Simon Tadros, today for joining us and for sharing a
Thank
lot
you.
of information as well as personal experiences and stories. Once again, on behalf of Azari Media, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Tadros, and we wish you the best in all that you do.
Thank you a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye bye.